What's up, all you lock pickers? Tennessee back with you here. We opened the 700 series American lock the other day, and now we're gonna open up this, or try to open up this US.General. I have picked it once before and tried to gut it, and I was able to take the the core out, but was unable to get the I don't know. Well, I was able to take the whatever you want to call it, the core and the Bible, I guess, out, but I was unable to get the core out, is what I'm trying to say. Another look at the bedding. It's got a high, low, low, and some highs in the back. Lock her up in the vise. I can't remember who it was. They were asking me. We were talking about these vices and how most lock pickers have these vices, and what would be a good way to weight them down. I haven't had anything big enough in them. This is probably the biggest locks I've had on them so far, and I haven't had any problems with them like tipping over. Actually, as you can see on the side, took that little lever out. There's a little pin that holds all that together in there. Actually took that out, put the little pin back in it or whatever, so that thing wouldn't be flopping around and me hitting it and it going all lumpy on me. But anyway, I think I've come up with a pretty good idea, or at least it sounds good anyway, to weight one down. I recommended like fishing weights, lead fishing weights, melt them down and fill the bottom up full. Of course, you wouldn't be able to use the suction feature on this vise, which, if you ask me, they're not all that good anyway. And they said that would be expensive. Well, you can go to your local tire shop and get the weights that clip on the side of your rim that they use when they balance your tires. They should have bucketfuls of them just laying around. You can go there and ask for them. Melt the lead off of them with a torch. Obviously, you would want to wear gloves and safety glasses and all that good stuff when you do it. And use the lead from that. You would probably want to wear a mask as well, because of the vapors off of the lead is not very good for you to breathe. But that would be a cheap way to weight one of these down. So yeah. So let's try to get this baby open. Let's see if I can move it to where I'm comfortable and to where you guys can see too. I hope to get me a bigger table so I can rearrange. And anyway, I'm right-handed, so I tend to like turn everything towards, you know, this way instead of towards y'all. So hopefully I can get a bigger table in the near future and put you guys on this side so you can get a better angle at it. But anyway, here we go. This thing's actually not the easiest to pick. That 700 was a lot easier to pick. Um, I don't know if it's because of these pins that are in this thing, or what, but I've actually had to like scrub it open. Yeah, just like that. Bam. And we'll go ahead and lock it back up since I've got a key. And I'll show you guys what I'm talking about not being able to get the core out. So it's got a weird looking, it's like a wood screw almost inside of it. But it's a flat screw. And this thing right here is a B to get out, but I was looking it over, and really it's just like chrome plated brass or copper. I don't know if you guys can see that. You can see it right there. Yeah, like you can hear that popping sound. It's like where it's bubbled up on the back of it. The dip or whatever they coated it in. Actually took the locking mechanism out of this thing, and this right here was down in the very bottom of it. I couldn't figure out how it went back in there. It sits down in the very bottom, and there's the two ball bearings, which is the locking mechanism. You can see one of them right there. That's a smaller one, and then there's a larger one, I guess, that locks in place on this side. You can see how the shackle's flat right there. It's got a larger one on this side, and it was sitting down in there in the bottom with those ball bearings, but obviously it doesn't need it. It kept falling out and being aggravating. But this is I don't know, they put a purple mark on it for some reason, but it will only go one way, of course, but it won't. I mean, there's no way like it's coming out. I've beat on it and all kinds of stuff. Maybe one of you guys can. I mean, it comes out a little bit. I'll pry it on it with a freaking screwdriver, getting in that little gap, trying to pry it out. But I don't know if you guys can see it or not. It is skeletonized. skeletonized. Really, I can't talk. Anyway. So on the right side of it, it's skeletonized, and on the other side, it's not. But for some reason, it won't come out. There's no clip on the back. I actually watched a video the other day with Kokomo messing with one of these locks, and he had the same problem. So on the package, I think I've already threw the package away, but the package said rekeyable. So I mean, unless you throw away the cylinder and get one that you can take apart, I mean, look at the play on that. I mean, even when I hold the core to where it won't come out, it's quite a bit. But something I was noticing, the spaces between the cuts and stuff, the space in between number 3 and number 4 cut, or number 2 and number 3, however they, there's a little bit of spacing there compared to the rest of them. But anyway, I don't know how we're going to get into this thing, so if anybody's got any ideas on how to get in this thing, leave them in the comments, and we'll try it. Yeah, that kind of sucks because I was hoping to be able to gut both of these and kind of see what's the difference between them side by side, and maybe even see if some stuff is maybe even interchangeable. Yeah, anyway, alright guys, I was messing around with this thing and finally figured out how to get into it. It's got it's only got 5 pins in it, but it's got this 6th one here, and it's got some kind of little detent in it. So basically what you do, and you have to have it in a lock position. I've already got it locked up 2 or 3 times and got it messed up, and I had a pin drop out on me right here, the key pins. So yeah, I have to turn it up this way now because yeah, anyway, in like that, and then there's this little detent back here in the 6th spot. You take your pick, push it down, and then turn it, and then the core will come out. I got this thing all freaked up. Oh, I see what's happened. Fix that, except for just force it. Oh god, I hate doing that, but oh well. I can replace the springs. Dump that pin out too, why not? So it's flat on one side and kind of skeletonized on the other. I'm really key pins. So we got 3 key pins and a driver pin out and the little detent. The key just right out there now. Of course, it's past the low cut, so we've only got the back 2 now. So that's why it's. Let's see. Where's my oil? Oh, that's horrible. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, is that a driver pin? Yep. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Oh, well, I think we might can save one spring. Maybe. Oh, this is a gutting disaster. Oh. Okay, so I'm not going to do the comparison on this video. It'll be the next. This is the first one of these I've ever messed with. So it's got this you can see where it's got this steel spring, and I think it matters. No, it don't. So so this is what keeps the core in instead of having a clip on it. Come on. See that instead of having a clip on it, it's got this, and it rods in there. And in order to take it out, you have to reach through the back and push this little pin up, and it allows the core to come out. So definitely need a shim on this one, but I actually tried to get a shim in it and couldn't. It'd be kind of difficult really to push that up and get a shim in it. It was for me anyway. I mean, I'm sure you could do it, but anyway, that's, you can see the steps on this thing where they machined it. Look at that lovely, lovely craftsmanship right there. Some garbage. Anyway. These are the pins we are looking at. Of course, the core and the What if that's a magnet? Yep, it's magnetized. So we got the little detent spring in the back, and then we got our jacked up springs and these crazy lobby pins. And then the key pins. They're not the best either. Of course, what do you expect for a well, it was $7, but I used the coupon or whatever and got it for like $5 or something like that. So anyway, I'm glad I was able to do this. This is going to be a super long video. Hopefully I'm able to upload it. Catch you guys later. I'm going to bed.